back to a wrap-up edition of Eagle Citings for our 2011 football season. We were excited to report a lot of great performances by so many of our student athletes and so many roles on our football team and throughout the season. Just really great to watch those young guys get out in front of their teammates and their families and the community and just display the talents that they've been blessed with and the efforts they put in practice and in the off-season workouts. Just really the culmination of a lot of hard work and a lot of commitment as time and effort and emotion and just really, a lot of fun just always to be around those young guys and watch them grow and help them to find some success in their football endeavors, as well as the academics and the artistic explorations they have here at Nashville Christian Schools. Just one of the extensions of our school, and what a great season we had this year. Looking back on our last game, we played in the second round of the Tennessee State playoffs again. Second year in a row that we've made it into the second round after an exciting victory against Moore County. In some ways we were a little bit spent, a little bit sore and banged up, and had to come back and make a quick turnaround and play against one of the top-ranked teams in the state of Tennessee up in Gordonsville. Just a really good football team, a team that was coming off a bye week that they had earned in the playoffs, and so they were well rested and fresh and had 2 weeks to prepare for us, and turned out to be just a little bit much for us to handle at that time, that night. Things got away from us early in the game, so we really didn't have a chance to fight into it like we did the week before. So at that point, it was just a matter of us playing for the pride of our season, the pride of our school, of our families, and for each other, the brotherhood of the team that existed this year in 2011. And we finished out that game the way we played our entire season, which is great effort, great emotion, great energy, great desire. A lot of guys just really playing hard all the way to the very end. And as we look back, we don't have to think that we ever stopped or threw the towel in or anything like that, all the way down to the last moment of our football season. As far as the game specifically goes, we had some solid performances again from our seniors, especially in the trenches and the offensive line. We played a very, very physical, very aggressive football team, and those guys played both ways all night. Played just virtually every snap. Hunter Pierce at center and at nose guard, Hayden Mueller at offensive guard and defensive tackle.
Hey, I'm Hayden Mueller, number 77, defensive end and offensive guard. And one thing I want the underclassmen coming up to get from this season is to not lose faith. We didn't give up on our season. We didn't lose faith. And we brought it back in the second half of the season, made it to our goal, which was making the playoffs. And another thing that I want for them to know is to keep on continuing this winning tradition that we've started in Nashville Christian. We're not losers anymore. We're going to continue to win.
Sam Cooper at offensive and defensive tackle.
Hey, my name is Sam Cooper. This past season I was the offensive and defensive tackle. Something I can really take away from this season has really been just how the team was able to come back in the second half of the season. Halfway through the season we're 1-4, and at that point could have been really easy just to give up and call it in and just finish out the season, go 1-9. With the group of seniors we had, we kind of decided that it's our last year, we're going to play together, we need to turn this around. Then we get on to playoffs, we got that last seed going in, and to us that was just a huge relief that our work had finally paid off at the end to win the games that we needed to win. I guess that's something really big I want to leave to the class next year. No matter how bad the season gets or how dim it looks, you can always still come back and make some of the season make it worthwhile.
Joe Whalen playing in the offensive guard position and turn around playing linebacker, playing through a lot of pain in his shoulder, but wanted to finish out his senior season and have that memory to know that he saw it all the way through.
My name is Joe Whalen, and I'm number 50, and I play offensive guard and linebacker. And the main thing I got from the season was just to overcome adversity, because everyone doubted us at the beginning, and we still made it to the playoffs and just overcame that. We started off at 1-4, but bounced back from that and came back to make it to the second round of the playoffs. And another thing I got from the season was to overcome adversity through playing hurt, because I got hurt early on, and just it was important to me to finish the year out with my team because they mean a lot to me, and that's what I got.
All those guys really played physically, left every bit of energy they had out on the field, and finished with some sadness that it was over, but at the same time, a great sense of accomplishment. We are a top 16 team in the state of Tennessee right now, which is great improvement, And at the same time, we're looking to what do we need to do now to move into the next level and be a top 8, top 4, top 2, even championship level program. And that now is not a conversation that seems dreamy. It's a conversation that seems realistic and challenging to the point where we want to get to work. And that's a great credit to our senior class, also included in that class. C.J. Cameron, great job by him this year, all year. We talked about it before. He came into the season. We had him in the starting quarterback role. Eventually we moved him out of that role into a position at defensive end, which is more natural to him. He was able to make plays and finished out the season playing really solid.
My name is CJ Cameron, number 8. I play defensive end, anchor, and tight end. Something I could take out of the season is probably just the way the team was, and the brothership and the brotherhood that we had with each other was just something that you'll never really be able to experience again. And it's something that we will always remember throughout our whole entire life. We'll always remember playing Nashville Christian football with the people that we love, the senior class and everybody. And if I had to tell the class leading up what to do, I would just tell them to keep the intensity that we had throughout the season. Because we started off rocky, started off downhill, but we kept the intensity up, and we were like, look, we're not going to go out like this, and we're going to do something. So I would tell them to keep the intensity up and play like I know that they can play, and everything will be good.
Also in that senior class, can't say enough about Taylor Shelton. Playing wide receiver, gave us a spark in several games, gave us an opportunity to get the ball down the field, got in the end zone several times, made some great catches. The other night, their defensive secondary was very, very tough. Didn't really get a chance to get him the ball much, but when we did, he certainly made things happen. Showed some toughness, getting some yardage up the field after the catch and fighting through some tackles and really playing well.
My name's Taylor Shelton. I'm number 1, played wide receiver and corner. Taking anything from this year, I would take how we fought hard in every game when we came back from adversity through early on in the season. Also, I would like to take away from our win against Moore County. That was probably the best game I've ever played in, seeing as the crowd was really into it and we were predicted to get murdered. But we showed up and rushed the challenge and won. If I was to leave anything to the people that are below us and that will keep on playing, I would hope to leave the intensity of our gameplay, and also for them to expect to go to the playoffs every year, not just hope, but expect to go every single year.
And he and Taylor Hendricks both playing that defensive back, that cornerback position. Taylor did a good job. Taylor's a tough, fast kid. Taylor Hendricks is a tough, fast kid who plays really well on special teams and sort of makes that his moment to shine is on those special teams. Kicks and returns and things, and he did a great job again on Friday night with that.
My name's Taylor Hendricks. I play running back on offense, cornerback on defense. And I guess the thing I would take away from this year would be something that I've heard my whole life. Don't judge a book by its cover, because we started off the season 1-4, and it didn't look like we were going anywhere. We had kind of given up by that time, and we just started winning games. And by the playoffs, we got in playing Moore County. Didn't think we could beat them. I didn't think we had a chance at all. And we ended up beating them at the very end. So, I mean, really the thing to take away would be for the next class, don't give up, because you never know what you're capable of.
Good to see Lee Dredden, who came out for football this year for the first time since his freshman year. And Lee's a guy who's got some physical tools. He came out, gave it his all, practiced hard every day in practice. Started several games, played in every game, and was a special teams guy that we knew we could count on and fit into a role as a backup offensive lineman and linebacker who we felt very comfortable putting in the game in any situation and going in and making plays. And Lee was able to finish out a senior season.
My name is Lee Dredden. I was number 55 and a linebacker and offensive guard. What I would talk about is when we were starting to lose, Coach Brothers every day at practice was still talking about having fun. And every day we did that in practice, it showed that we still had fun, we were still motivated to keep going, and that we were still inspired to win every game, even when it didn't show up to that. But every time in the game we had, you could see that we had fun and that we tried our hardest to win.
Alex Solomon, same thing, came out as a senior, hadn't played since middle school. Just a great energy guy, somebody who's fun to be around, always wants to be involved in the practice and get in and help in whatever capacity he can. We were able to get him some snaps the other night. It was good to see him out on the field. Again, just really closing the book on a senior campaign that he'll be able to cherish for a lifetime.
Hi, my name is Alex Solomon. I'm number 4. I play wide receiver and linebacker. What I learned from this season is through hard work and dedication, anything's possible. Like, in the beginning of the year, we couldn't really find our swag. But then, you know, the team was down, everybody was down, but all of a sudden we found our swag. I felt like the team came together and we had a great season, and it showed, our full potential showed during the Moore County game where we all of us came together, the fans came together with the players, and we won the game. And we had a great season. We got to the second round, we had a great season. And something I would tell the younger people is to just to find y'all swags so y'all can, you know, potentially go farther and actually win the state championship.
Brandon McCoy, just a senior who just is really invaluable in the things that he can do. Just a very fast, agile, tough, hard-nosed, physical football player. Played fullback for us, but played it like a tailback at times. When we got him the ball, he was very good in space, making guys miss, making good long runs, turning the field around for us. Was dependable, holding on to the football and getting the tough yardage when it was a short yardage situation, as it was in Gordonsville the other night. The plays that we had designed for him, you know, threw him right into the teeth of a very physical defense, and he welcomed that challenge and loves that kind of the game. I think with all of our guys, the best part of our season, I think, for me personally, was watching them grow. We went through some ups and downs. We experienced the highest of highs and what felt like the lowest of lows at times, and to be with young men as they grow through those moments, and to use that as a platform here at Nashville Christian School to share the gospel, to share, you know, how that can spill over not only into athletics but also into our academic world, our family life, our future goals with careers, with families, with raising children of their own someday, to understand the ups and downs that come along with that, the victories and the defeats, and the hard work and the effort that goes into things like that, and to use a great sport like football as a platform to teach life lessons, and more importantly to teach the gospel to these guys. I think that's why we have athletics here at Nashville Christian, and specifically football. That's what really excites me about being able to be here and to share those things with those guys, and to grow with them. I'm not just dumping down information on them, but they're with me in that, and we see each other grow. As the coach, to make my mistakes, to make my plans, and then have them changed because of the way the games are flowing, or because of injuries, the way the season flows. We have to just pick up each other, and you know, be that cord of three that are wrapped together, that are so hard to break, and to watch those guys grow through those experiences, and to be able to share those moments with them is just a lifetime of memories for me as well. And those Thursday devotionals, those Thursday night dinners with the seniors, to listen to those guys talk and laugh and reminisce about things they've done is really just priceless for me. And really had a great year sharing a lot of thoughts and a lot of scripture and a lot of prayers with those guys, as we try to build not only championship football teams, but championship men of God, and to send them out into the world from Nashville Christian, and to watch what they become, and to see how they take what they've learned and push it into other parts of their life.